Hey guys, this is your girl Victoria back to you with another review for Couples Retreat Season 3, Episode 9 called Come On, Baby, Light My Fire. So, we immediately get to the question of the week that nobody cares about. And the question of the week is, if we both were trapped in the desert, who do you think would survive? So I guess there's only one person that could survive. Do I care what anybody says? No. Ronnie said he would sacrifice himself. Shamari said, okay, that's fine because, I'm the mother, blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody. We really don't care. Okay. Y'all could really keep this question of the week thing. This is so unnecessary. So we then get to Jock and Kendra. They go sit by the pool and talk and agree that they both need to control their triggers. And they decide after that they go to the casino to play blackjack. And then we get to Fallon. I guess she's looking through her social media. She's finding out Simon and Portia got married. I guess this is around the time when we see all those beautiful photos. No offense to Fallon, but those photos were gorgeous. Anyway, so I guess she's triggered. So is Jalen. What else is new? No offense once again, but at the same time, it's kind of like, they moving on. Y'all should move on too. So then we get to Breezy and Chris. They have a 2-on-1 with AJ. And Breezy admits that she does struggle with always needing to help everyone and not really helping herself because, she's draining herself of energy, helping other people. So she don't have no energy left for herself. Did AJ really give advice on how to overcome that? Not really necessarily. Not anything that I picked up personally. But probably something to the effect of like, well, you got to learn how to not drain yourself, not give your all to everybody. I think. I could just be talking out my ass right now, but I really feel like she said something along those lines. Am I going to go back to watch it? No, because I already deleted the recording off my DVR. I'm so sorry. Sue me. Please don't, because I'm broke. Anyway, so then moving on. Apollo does a video diary. I guess the alarm's going off in him in Shireen's room. Meanwhile, while Chris and Breezy are dancing in their room. Okay, interesting. But then we move on to the group. They meet up on the party bus as they go to their next activity. They converse who had sex the night before. Shamari and Ron were the ones to raise their hand and started in the shower, then to the bedroom, then everywhere else that they could find. Congratulations. Once again, I do not want to be a fly on your wall, but congratulations. That's good for you, because maybe Shamari was sexually frustrated this whole time and that's why she was acting so stink, probably since night one. That's what it really felt like, but good for them. And then when they get to their destination, which is the activity of low-key high-key wilderness boot camp, their first exercise is to do a 10-minute fire drill. Then they have to light the fire in 1 minute. Everybody's able to light their fire except for Fallon and Jalen and Chris and Breezy. And I guess per Fallon, she was just joking because after they wasn't able to light the fire, she called Jalen an idiot. And of course, I know the producers be producing and they try to make it seem when they show the previews for this episode that she was really upset, but in actuality, she was just joking. But at the same time, the words landed and it's like you can see Jalen looked crushed, Jalen, I guess, is 23 from what I hear. Fallon is in her mid-30s. Yeah, when you have such a big age gap, you're going to have two people for the most part. Sometimes it could be the same temperament and maturity, but at the same time, it's two different spectrums. Like someone this is over 10-year age difference. So this is something that's kind of not concerning. I don't want to say concerning, but at the same time, it's like, this is why people look at people weird when they have such big age gaps, because of the same, like, you guys are not in the same realm of life. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but I hope you get what I'm trying to say here. Okay. So Fallon still has a lot to learn. Even though she's older, she's got a lot to learn. Jalen has a lot to learn. And this is why I go back to this AJ saying you guys need to heal on your own, not together. And I don't think they're currently together anymore, so I think it was for the best. So Tony lets her know that words hurt, and 50% of the time they're meaning the truth. And Fallon's trying to say no, that's not the case. And it goes to commercial for dramatic effect, comes back from commercial for dramatic effect, and they still trying to let her know, like, listen, that was not cool. And Jalen gets upset, saying he didn't have his father to teach him how to do this stuff, so it is triggering for him, especially that he wasn't able to light up the fire, and then on top of that being called an idiot. So it kind of just was like the needle that broke the camel's back, or the straw that broke the camel's back. So everybody goes to him to hug him, because he does get emotional, starts crying. And then he said he needs some time, so he walks away. Tony goes after him. AJ goes to talk to Fallon, so she starts crying. So she's crying, Jalen's crying. It's just a recipe for disaster. Y'all just don't need to be together, okay? I know you guys have a kid together, whatnot. You guys have a history, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? But at this point in time, it's probably best. It's not the right time for you guys to be together. Maybe future down the line, if you guys really love each other like that, maybe we could try again. But as for right now, like AJ suggested, y'all both probably just need some healing on your own, separate, not together. So if they really gonna do that, I don't know. But like I said, I don't think they're currently together present day of June 27th of 2023. So I mean, there's that. So then we get to the next exercise, which is to build a shelter. I guess Shireen is turned on watching Apollo build this shelter in 4. And surprisingly, from what it seems like, they were the first ones to finish. Chris and Breezy, after they was finished, I guess they was able to do it, but not to the point that they wanted to. Well, more so Chris' side than Breezy's side. And they kind of banter back and forth playfully, but I actually appreciated this moment, because I'm like, thank you, finally. It took you guys the whole season, but you guys are finally starting to open up and kind of show that everything's not perfect. And it wasn't like really arguing, but the fact that you guys can show that, okay, you have things that you're annoyed with each other about. Now, to me, I'm like, now you're giving real couple vibes, because this whole season, I thought y'all was a fake couple. I ain't gonna lie. But thank you for finally opening up. It took you 9 episodes, but thank you. At least we got to see some, I feel like, genuine sincerity from both of them. So that's good. And then after that, Chris and Breezy, they talk in their room. Breezy's happy that Chris is starting to speak up more and find her voice. She says she's trying, but she cares too much about what people think, especially people she cares about, whatnot. And Breezy was just like, no, just do you, pretty much. She don't say that word for word. I'm just paraphrasing. But then Breezy said she got a surprise for her, so she goes and gets a bouquet of flowers for Chris, which I thought was very sweet. And maybe this is something real. I may have to eat my words, y'all. It looks like they are something real. So then after that, Jalen gives us a video diary that he feels like when they go home, nothing's going to change between him and Fallon. Fallon's still going to be the same thing, calling him names and whatnot. Like, all the progress they did at the couples retreat ain't going to stick, because when they get home, she's still going to go back to being Fallon. And this is probably why you guys are not together present day, from what I hear. Anywho, who cares? We get to the final activity of the night, and it's a healing ceremony with a psychic medium, and Jock can't take nothing serious, because I guess when she was calling on spirits or whatever the case, her little mantra, whatever, Jock was laughing, and then he was even laughing. Let's go back to when they did the little wilderness boot camp thing, where the guy was talking about, he was naked, in the woods, whatnot. Jock was laughing. I'm like, Jock, you can't take nothing serious. I can't take you nowhere. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. I would have been like, oh, you was naked and afraid? I get it. And in this mantra, I would have been like, girl, ain't nobody trying to be connected with spirits. But not to the point of laughing. Like I said, Jock is the comedic relief of this season, because he don't take nothing serious. But we get to talk. Everybody gets to talking. For the most part, starts off with Tyreek, then it goes to Apollo, and then to Breezy, speaking on what they need healing from. And then, of course, Apollo and Breezy talk about they need healing from kind of just being that go-to person that everybody goes to unload their problems on them. So then after having a conversation with that person, they then leave feeling drained, because they unloaded all their issues on them. So it kind of weighs them down, so to speak. So I feel like Breezy deals with this issue way more than Apollo does. And at the end of the episode, she does get a little emotional, because of the fact that, it's hard for her to kind of set those boundaries, because that's what the psychic medium girl, I forgot her name, I didn't write it down, it's okay. That's what she suggests. to Breezy, she needs to learn how to set those boundaries. So, it's very hard for Breezy to do. So she does just sit there, stare into space, get emotional. And then you see Chris trying to console her, all that stuff. That's where the episode ends. It's kind of one of those to be continued things, because right after we get episode 10, which is the season finale of Couples Retreat, did I watch it? No. Am I going to watch it? Yes. Am I going to watch it tonight? No. Because your girl's tired. But the fact that this review is 10 minutes tells you a lot. It wasn't much for this episode. It really wasn't. But I guess most of the stuff's going to be next episode in the season finale. But, I'm just glad overall for what I can say for this episode is I'm just appreciative of the fact that Chris and Breezy finally opened up. We got to see real people, okay? Because I don't know what type of fake facade of a relationship they were trying to do for the first 90% of this season, but at least we finally got to see, so to speak, the real them. So that's good to see whatnot. Other than that, I can't tell you anything else that happened in this episode. It was very bland, very dry, given white rice, not even jasmine rice, given basmati rice, where you don't need the tikka masala to go with it for some flavor type of thing. So that's it. I already talked too much. That's it. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, come back next week. Hopefully I can make you laugh so you can subscribe. Let me know what you thought about this video. Comment down below. Easy breezy lemon squeezy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I just be trying to go through it because you already know what I'm going to say. But anywho, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.